Hey everybody, welcome to the newest edition of our newsletter. We're trying out this new video format. I think this is the second or third one we've done, so I hope you guys are still enjoying it. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the walking the tightrope of Facebook, both professionally and personally. So we've had a couple people reach out to me specifically and talk about hey, I've started this company and I made the business Facebook page, and I'm getting a lot of blurred line action between my personal page and my professional or my business page, and I just don't know quite how to navigate that or how to handle that situation as a business owner, as a CEO, entrepreneur, whatever it is you might be. And the unfortunate truth is, when you own a small business, you are the face of that business. Your attitude, your personal life, the way you hold yourself is part of the brand of that business. And so you really have to, mind your manners, honestly. If you're going to leave your Facebook page even semi-public, or even kind of private, but you have, lots of friends that maybe you don't know personally, friends like immediate friends or family or neighbors, you have to consider all that stuff. So the reality is that if your company portrays one thing, your personal side online has to portray that same kind of idea. Excuse my language, but people's bullshit radar is really they're really honed in. I mean, they see through fake immediately, especially the younger customers and audiences. If you're, one way on your Facebook page for the company, and then you're a completely different person on Instagram or Facebook personal or Twitter or whatever it is, people are going to find out, and that's going to be a bad reflection of the message you're trying to portray on your business side. So unless you're prepared to go completely dark and private on social media and online, in your personal life, which if that's what you want to do, that's fine, but it'll be hard to network. You do have to consider your personal page part of an extension of the business page. I mean, you just do. So, if your product is, a family fun environment, Christian themed, whatever it is, right? We'll just say a G-rated business. And then people are like, wow, this is great. Oh, who's the owner? Oh, it's John Smith. Oh, let's look him up. Maybe we know somebody mutually. Oh, I found his Facebook page. Oh, John Smith is chugging a beer out of a dead armadillo on the back of a pickup truck with his pants off. Probably not going to give him business, right? So you have to think that way. I mean, you just do. You have to be responsible for how you portray yourself online. You just do. Now, if it's more about how you share information, as far as you don't want personal information, right? Photos of your kids involved or anything like that, there are ways to get around it. And so I wanted to maybe talk about a couple options here and maybe discuss those things. So one way you can kind of get around the whole public-facing, client-facing personal Facebook page and the super private Facebook page, right, is you can toggle between, when you post, you can either say post to friends list or post to public or global, meaning that if you choose the first one, only people who you are friends with, and you can control all of that in your privacy settings, only people that you're friends with will see what you posted, and they can't share it to people, they can't do whatever they want. Now, they can screenshot it, they can screenshot it and send it out. So you do still have to be somewhat considerate of that, right? And then the other option for that is you can hit public, and then everybody can see it and everybody can read it. And I kind of do a variation of that, right? So there are some things that I post that are just, hey, I just want my immediate friends list to be able to see this, and you can even narrow that down to my immediate friends list, but only this segment of friends can see this post, right? But that ends up being a lot of work. So I've kind of made the decision that as more people get accustomed to speaking to me directly and discussing projects with me directly, I'm more comfortable presenting my personal life on social media, to give people kind of an inside look at what I'm like as a person, because that's who you're going to work with professionally, right? So I kind of go that route, and I do switch things that are just, hey, I just want a few people to see this, and that's perfectly fine. But it does create a little bit more work, obviously. Now, a variation of that is we use our Facebook business page, the Metro Nova Creative page, and we really promote just strong entrepreneurial content, women in business, things that are relevant and important to our client base. And I use the Metro Nova Creative Instagram page to be more of just me, right? So it's more of a thread about the creative director of Metro Nova Creative and what I do at my desk and drawing logos and drinking coffee or eating junk food or whatever it is. But it's just use different platforms differently. So another option for the Facebook dilemma, though, is to use your personal Facebook page with your first and last name as like that forward-facing, out-facing, customers can see this stuff. But then maybe you create like an alter ego Facebook page where you change your last name and don't use your own picture for your profile photo. And then you can be an obscure, crude, whatever you want to be on Facebook. And you worry a little less about what people see. The problem with that, however, is there's always that risk of accidentally posting something on the wrong one, right? So you want to post like, gosh, Donald Trump sucks, but you accidentally posted it on the public one instead of the private one or whatever. And then you've upset some clients. So that's a little more work to do all that stuff. And I'm not a huge fan of that because of the risk value. I just don't think it's a great option, but it might be the option that's right for you. So, something to consider. Now, the third option is not one that I do, but one that I kind of thought through with a friend of mine, and I thought was a really good option, is if you want to have your forward-facing personal Facebook page be kind of like a public access to possible clients and networking and referrals and all those good things, that's great. But say you don't want your photos of your family and your kids and their birthdays and playing in the backyard. You don't want that stuff out there for clients to see, and that's perfectly understandable. You should never feel uncomfortable drawing that line between your work life and your family life. You should not feel uncomfortable doing that. And so what you could do in turn is reach out to your family on Facebook and your direct immediate friends, people that you would consider to be family, and say, hey, guys, I really want to keep sharing, photos of me and the kids at the park and, birthday photos and videos and fun stuff like that, but I'm really not comfortable letting my clients do that. I've created this closed private Facebook group that is like, Dan's family and friend extravaganza or whatever. I'd like to add you to that if possible, so that we can continue the relationship we've established, for family photos and fun events and things like that, where maybe like we have a birthday party and your kids are there and my kids are there, but you don't want my clients seeing photos of your kids, right? So we have this platform to use now, and it's closed and it's private and secure. So that's a really, really great option to use. And I may even consider doing that, but and I think you'll find that your family, your immediate family, and your close friends will understand the position that you're in, and understand that you're not only looking out for the best interest of you and your kids, but maybe them and their kids as well. So I think I think that's probably a really great option, and you should look into it. And it's a great tool that Facebook has to offer, and take advantage. So. I didn't want to make this video too long, and we're getting quickly heading to that point. So let me try to wrap it up. But really, I wanted to talk about this a little bit because it's not something that I think about a lot, but it's something that people have brought up to me a number of times, and so I wanted to be able to kind of discuss that and give you my point of view and how you should maybe approach it. But if you have any questions, you guys know you can always email me. Feel free to reach out. And if you need some help with your business Facebook page, we do offer that as a service now, where we'll manage your page, we'll develop content, We'll help with the landing page. We'll manage all that stuff for you so that you can take that off your plate and spend a little more time with your kids or whatever it is that you want to do. So reach out if you have questions. All right, everyone, be well, be good, and take care. Bye.